It's annoying and it's provocative. This thing, same thing, was what happened in Osun State that provoked Igbo. But all these things, I don't know why this set of people, they are dancing to Fulani. Why? It's Fulani Nigerians. You see why we want to exit? Because a stranger, a total stranger, come from nowhere and you are dancing to them, controlling you. You cannot come to my place and control me, okay? It's not possible. You cannot tell me what to do in my own fatherland. In my fatherland, in my land, you cannot come and tell me that I must go like this. No, now.
The federal government. After God is the federal government.
After God, the federal government. Who is the federal government? The federal government is the one that I am addressing. That they are doing it wrong. They are getting it wrong. And that is the people that cause the problem that Nigeria is facing and suffering today. And that is what causes this separation today. The enmity today in Nigeria, these people cause it. Yes, Ipob say they don't want. The Biafra say they don't want. My people say they don't want. Why are you forcing marriage? Ruga settlement is completely prohibited in Biafra land. Completely prohibited in Biafra land. It's not permitted. It's not allowed and it can never be allowed. Reasons are, when you allow them, when you give them allow, they will look for allowance. And when you give them a place, the people around there, Enugu State is evidence. They will kill the people there and they will occupy. We can't continue welcoming people like that. Murderers. You understand? And I see that federal government will not do anything if they carry out such acts. On that note, I believe that is why Ipob are like telling Mr. President they don't need Ruga settlement in the southeast. And the secondary, they have been looking for a way, a system for them to Islamize Nigeria and to capture some southeast and to Islamize them. Just like they did in Yoruba land, because they have conquered Yoruba, and for example, they conquered Kwara State, and they are pushing it to Ondo and other places in Yoruba land. You get it now? So they want to use that system to bring in Sharia into Igbo land, and which we don't want, and we don't want. Let them. They have enough space. I don't know if you have been in Borno State. I don't know if you have visited Meduguri. They have enough land there to go and rear their cattle. Excuse me, whosoever that need their cattle should travel there and get one. Yes, let them travel there and get one, whosoever that is in need. They have enough land there, even more than the ones in the east. So let them go there and do their cattle rearing and doing their Ruga or whatsoever there. Nobody will disturb them, because we are not ready to go there to disturb them. So, and at the same time, we wouldn't want a situation that will come to disturb my people or to disturb us in our land. It is our land. You understand? We don't want. You cannot force us. Now by force, Abba, I don't want. So let them go. Mr. President should take note of this. Ruga will not have peace in our land. Please. Because they cannot Islamize us or force us to become Israel. Now then the first person to join a religion, now by force to become a Muslim or to practice Sharia, now by force, the world will have the freedom to make your choice to worship anything. I can decide to begin to worship this God. That is my choice. You can't force me to come and worship what you are worshiping. So on this note, let them stay in their place.
Let them stay in their place.
Let them remain in their place.
But
They have enough land there.
Ipob also come out to warn Peter Mbah regards this. They said the governors must not take heed to this policy or this rule that the federal government is trying to impose. That mostly Peter Mbah, that he should what he should stay clear from anything cattle ranching in Enugu. Have they never started already?
One thing is this. I will equally advise Mr. Governor Mbah, because the way Imo State is, I don't want Enugu State to be like that. In Imo State, I don't want the way Imo State is going down to part of Anambra now, the way things are going there. I don't want Enugu State to be like that. Based on the previous incident that have taken place, the Fulanis have ransacked, they have killed many people in Enugu, raped their women, destroyed their farmland. For how long shall we continue on this? Because this thing will trigger many things. You cannot kill my brother, come from north to east, to my own land to kill my brother, expect me to be at peace with you. It's not possible. Then Ayuna, I want to ask a question. How many times have Igbo man go to north and kill a northerner? And Nigerian government, see, it's annoying and it's provocative. This thing, same thing was what happened in Osun State that provoked Igbo. But all these things, I don't know why this set of people, they are dancing to Fulani. Why? It's Fulani Nigerians. You see why we want to exit? Because a stranger, a total stranger come from nowhere and you are dancing to them, controlling you. You cannot come to my place and control me, okay? It's not possible. You cannot tell me what to do in my own fatherland. In my fatherland, in my land, you cannot come and tell me that I must go like this. No, now.
The federal government. After God is the federal government.
After God, the federal government. Who is the federal government? The federal government is the one that I am addressing. That they are doing it wrong. They are getting it wrong. And that is the people that cause the problem that Nigeria is facing and suffering today. And that is what causes this separation today. The enmity today in Nigeria, these people cause it. So please, my brother, let's forget about these people. We don't want.
You don't want.
We don't want. There's Ipob say they don't want. The Biafra say they don't want. My people say they don't want. Why are you forcing marriage?
But we know that this policy
with somebody.
We know that this policy is just to settle clash between the farmers and the herders. But
now listen to me. Listen to me. What make the Fulanis being chased away in the east? It was their attitude that made people begin to chase them away. They were there before, clearing their cattle. But because of their attitude, their evil, their criminal activities, that make the people say we don't want you. In Benue, under the watch of Buhari, the former president of Nigeria, the Benuans are, even till today, they are still dying, killing them, raping their women, killing their women, destroying their farm crops. Excuse me. How many times has Igbo, how many times has West here, Yorubas, go to North, or even that their cow, they are carrying up and down? How many times have people attacked that cow, destroy it? No, let me see. I'm asking, tell me. And they are killed, all those cows, for example, now, go and kill those cows and see and watch what they will react. You see them reacting, but they don't see anything wrong in going to somebody's farm, eating it up and destroying it, and raping their women, and government is not seeing anything wrong there. For what now? We are human. What is good for the goat is good for the gander.
And support, see, Nnamdi Kanu, they have to release him. If they do not release Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you that, in fact, let me go straightly spiritual. You see, Mr. Trump, this man straightforward will release Nnamdi. Forget that he's not talking about Africa. Trump will release Nnamdi Kanu, period, and it's done. And if anything should happen to Trump, all the people that their hand, if anything should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, the president will never go free. This is for the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The armies of Nigeria, they will not go free. And all the lawyers that are supporting evil, they will not go free. All the wicked people that they want to destroy Nnamdi Kanu, if something should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, all of them, one after the other, they will not survive. They are the one that have been doing that. So we are coming to tell the universe that Biafran people are not the enemies of this country. The enemies of this country are the one that neglect righteousness, the one that neglect freedom, the one that neglect the coexistence of unity, which are the toxic Fulani men. Those men who stand to annihilate us in our land. In fact, my mother's village, talk about Riyom, they attacked my mother's village. I am assuring to you, he may not talk, but if Gawang should open to you his heart, you will understand that Gawang is feeling the pain that he fights. And what next happened? His enemy now are fighting him. They are killing his people. When you talk about Plateau Middle Belt, the people that fought the Biafra, now the enemies are killing his people. And many people think that Gawang is silenced. But Gawang have to be silenced because he knows the enemies. They can harm him anytime, any moment, because they don't love truth. They don't love truth. There is no truth in their mouth. Their mouth is full of deception. The government themselves, their hand is involved in doing all the insecurity that has been going on, because those common people have no money to buy the AK-47, which costs about 6 million. Tell me which poor person will remove 6 million to buy AK-47? I am assuring you, it is the government, those that have been supporting evil. They are the one that have been doing that. So we are coming to tell the universe that Biafran people are not the enemies of this country. The enemies of this country are the one that neglect righteousness, the one that neglect freedom, the one that neglects the coexistence of unity, which are the toxic Fulani men. Those men who stand to annihilate us in our land. In fact, my mother's village, talk about Riyom, they attacked my mother's village. Thank you, all you people that are watching, I greet you all. But this is the message I want to pass for everybody to know, that we in Plateau State, we are tired of the Fulani. Fulani, they are making our life miserable. Come to Lagos and see the life of the people. People that are supposed to be doing good, supposed to be doing great in their states. But what has happened? They have destroyed the states. They burned the biggest terminus in Plateau State. They burned it, and they've been killing us. We, the people of the Middle Belt, go to Benue. They have been killing us. Go to Taraba. They have been killing us because the Fulani said that is their target, to see that they have finished with us. So what is the better solution? The better solution is to go with the people that love peace. And who are the people that love peace? When you talk about people that love peace, you talk about the people of the Biafran. You talk about people, you talk about people from the South. You never hear them engaging in harming the life of the innocent people. You talk about the life of the Igbos people. You never hear them engaging and harming the life of the innocent people. But what is happening in the north? The Fulani, they have vowed that Nigeria belongs to them, that they will rule whether we like it or not. But their plans is failing, and 2025 will become a worse year for them. The worst year will be 2025 for them. It will be the worst year for all the evil that has been going on in this state. And you know what? Plateau people will find it very, very something that they will welcome to join the Biafra and even the Middle Belt. They will find it so beautiful and welcoming idea to join the people that are seeking for their life to be in good hand, to be in good shape, to have a good future, to have a good life, unlike what now we are having. Because the Fulani, the wicked Fulani, because it's not all of them that are wicked, but the wicked one, they are the one who are causing all what we are facing. And I'm telling you, it will be something that I myself, I would love to hear, that my people will join, they will see the light. And the release of Nnamdi Kanu have to be immediately, because Nnamdi Kanu, I saw the spirit of God surrounding him. So people must listen to what Nnamdi Kanu will tell them. And all the people that are against Nnamdi Kanu, they will all fall one after the other. All of them will fall one after the other. Nnamdi Kanu will shine bright not only in this part of the world, not only in this part of the world, but Nnamdi Kanu light will light Africa. He will be one of the figure that will light Africa. Hate it or love it, take it or leave it. Nnamdi Kanu must rise above his enemies, and all his enemies must bow down to him. Thank you very much.
Okay. So from what we can see now, we've seen about 10 people killed in Benue just recently during the Christmas period, and it has been recorded that over 200 people died in Nigeria, in just over 2 weeks, in over 2 weeks. But with this recent happening now, do you think that it's our time the Nigerian government, make sure that the security improves there in the northern part of Nigeria?
Thank you very much. The northern part of Nigeria, they will never like insecurity to come and stay. They will never like security because they don't love peace. Yes, majority of the leaders, they don't. The government themselves, their hand is involved in doing all the insecurity that has been going on, because those common people have no money to buy the AK-47, which costs about 6 million. Tell me which poor person will remove 6 million to buy AK-47? I am assuring you, it is the government, those that have been supporting evil. They are the one that have been doing that. So we are coming to tell the universe that Biafran people are not the enemies of this country. The enemies of this country are the one that neglect righteousness, the one that neglect freedom, the one that neglects the coexistence of unity, which are the toxic Fulani men, those men who stand to annihilate us in our land. In fact, my mother's village, talk about Riyom, they attacked my mother's village. Who are those people? The Fulani. They have vowed they will never stop, and they want the world to keep quiet. So the world must know that there is time for everything. There is time you stay quiet, and there is time you need to take an action. So now is the time that we need people, good people all around the world, to help us to bring an end of this evil and the freedom which we are seeking for the good of everybody that love goods, most especially to the good loving people of the Middle Belt. It will be a welcoming, a good idea for them to open their eyes and let go with the truth. And what is the truth? The people that stand for the truth, the Biafrans, they stand for the truth. So you need to know that even Gawang himself today, I am assuring to you, he may not talk, but if Gawang should open to you his heart, you will understand that Gawang is feeling the pain that he fights. And what next happened? His enemy now are fighting him. They are killing his people. When you talk about Plateau Middle Belt, the people that fought the Biafra, now the enemies are killing his people. And many people think that Gawang is silenced, but Gawang have to be silenced because he knows the enemies. They can harm him anytime, any moment, because they don't love truth. They don't love truth. There is no truth in their mouth. Their mouth is full of deception. And whenever you say truth, they will cut you in the surface of the earth. So don't blame Gawang when you hear him stay in silence. He's staying silent not because he don't want to talk, but he stays silent because he knows the wicked ones are surrounding him. But now that the light has come, he will talk. He will talk. I believe that time he will talk, and you will hear what he will tell you, because he fought. He thought he fought for good, not knowing that he fought for Fulani, not knowing that he fought for Fulani. And who are the people that today have taken the military? It is the bad ones, the Fulani and the bad houses that join them to do the wickedness with the bad people, some bad ones from Meduguri that join them to do this evil. They kill innocent soldiers that stand for truth. They kill them. and that is, and you want people to continue staying in that same system? You want us to continue to stay in a system that already deny you the freedom to become what you are meant to be? They continue to say that Igbo is not going to rule. What Aram nonsense is that? When I had the news about that, I continue to let my people to know that that is Aram nonsense. You cannot say you live with people and they cannot rule. It's not working like that. So far, the Igbos are part of the country. They have to rule. They have to be. We have to see a candidate that will represent this country, and that is why the middle belt. We voted massively for Obi. We voted massively. I'm telling you. You talk about Kaduna, massively for Kodi. You talk about Nasarawa, they massively for Kogi. You talk about Plateau, massively for Kogi, and other states which I may not mention now. Massively, and that is why we know that Obi has won, but they deny him his mandate. And you want us to continue to stay under what? Under the rules that continue to deny us our right of existence. If not for technology, nobody will hear our voice. If not for technology, nobody will hear our voice. We will continue to live in the dark, but thank God for helping us and bringing technology, and thank Obasanjo, a man who understands what life should be, and he introduced all these things. He introduced this thing for good, not for evil. Because if the Fulani knew that this thing is going to come and is going to liberate people, they will tell Obasanjo, no, we don't need this thing. We don't need this thing. But because they do not see into the future, that technology will play a vital role in shaping the life of a nation. And that is what we are experiencing. Thank you very much.
As regards the farming there, we've seen the cost of food go up in Nigeria. And we know that the Boko Haram, the Fulani herdsmen always invade, farm in Benue and in different parts, or even in the western, in Yoruba land there. But with this now, do you not think that if the Benue, the Plateau, if these people break away, the middle belt break away from the north, do you not think that at least the price of food will improve and the security will improve there in the middle belt?
Of course, if the middle belt break away from the north, if we break away, I am telling you, we will not be having problem with food. We will not be having problem with insecurity. All these things, education, everything will be tackled. Because who are the people that they don't want people to go to school? It's the same far north. You give back to a child and you send him to go and be begging. Is that what it's supposed to be? It's not like that. You give back to a child, you're supposed to care for him. You're supposed to take care of his responsibility. But those people, they will not do. You will see a small boy that is how many years? 17 years. They will say, let him go and marry. For what? Because they need numbers. They need numbers so that in times of election, they will come with numbers. Yeah, we are the one with Nigeria. And they don't know that all those things are the poverty they continue to bring to us. How can a 17-year-old child go and get a marry? A child that his father has nothing, a child that is not working, a child that has no any means of surviving. You only pay his bride price, which is very cheap, 10,000 naira. They pay bride price. They just organize and put and this and this. Now you have a wife. And give that child 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. He wants to marry again. Because his religion tells him to marry 4. But they don't know that even if you go to places like Kuwait, the poor ones, they are not marrying up to 4. The poor ones, you will see them maintaining one wife. The rich one may marry 4. Even some of the rich ones, they are not marrying up to 4. Some marry 1 and they stay okay with 1. Some 2 and that's okay for them. But when you come to Nigeria, person will never chop belly full. Person will not see food chop. Now him go they marry. Now him go they marry 2, 3, 4. When we told them Buhari will suffer us. They do not agree. We told them Buhari will suffer us. They do not agree. And now they are the one crying themselves. They are the one. Who are the ones that are crying most? Check out. My state is not crying like the Far North. Check out. The Far North, they are the one crying. Today they are the one, they are vexing for Tinubu. They forgot that all this wahala, they are the one that brought. Do you think that Tinubu is the one that bring this wahala? If Tinubu came on board and if Tinubu set things in order, there is no how, if Buhari set things in order, there is no how Tinubu will go out of order. Buhari deviate from the right path, deviate from the right things, and that is why Tinubu too is deviating. And you did not stop Buhari. Now you want to stop Tinubu. For all the governors that are in the north, that they are kicking Tinubu back and forth. Shame on them. If they want to kick, let them kick about the money they are looting. Let them begin to fight themselves about the future of the people of the north. Let them begin to fight. Let them begin to do something about the future, not fighting Tinubu. Because allocation, every time, all the time, allocation will be given to them. They continue to build big houses. They continue to buy expensive cars. What about the masses? What about the people? Why can't they train the people? Tell them, see, you don't have money, you don't need to marry. Why can't they educate the people? But these people know the truth, but they will never accept the truth. That is why the middle bell must open her eyes and stand. Because middle bell, let me tell you the truth. Middle bell, you are not safe, oh. You are not safe. If you think you are safe, you are not safe. These people, day and night, they don't know what is. They don't know what is forgiveness. Their heart is the heart. See, their heart is like the heart of the devil himself. Devil do not know forgiveness. So these people, they don't know forgiveness. That is why you see, I listen to President Trump. When President Trump make a mistake, he apologized. But for once, Tinubu never apologized. Arrogance, arrogance, arrogance. And that is what the Bible hates. Tinubu, Buhari was one of the arrogant presidents that never apologized. And that is why we tell people to know, this man will suffer them. They say no, because of religion, they choose him. They choose them, and now they are the one to cry. They will continue to cry and cry and cry and cry till heaven will come. But we, the people of Middle Belt, we know that our Savior is, our Redeemer is with us. Despite the fact he tells us that we will face all this calamity. In fact, Jesus Christ has predicted that there will be people that will be killing you. And they will say they are doing it for their God. So this killing that is happening with us, we should accept it in good faith. But at the same time, we need to be wise. We need to rise against the forces of evil so that we will bring an end. This evil must not continue to happen again and again and again. We must come together as the people of the Middle Belt and support. See, Nnamdi Kanu, they have to release him. If they do not release Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you that, in fact, let me go straightly spiritual. You see, Mr. Trump, this man straightforward will release Nnamdi. Forget that he's not talking about Africa. Trump will release Nnamdi Kanu, period, and it's time. And if anything should happen to Trump, all the people that their hand, if anything should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, the president will never go free. This is for the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The armies of Nigeria, they will not go free. And all the lawyers that are supporting evil, they will not go free. All the wicked people that they want to destroy Nnamdi Kanu, if something should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, all of them, one after the other, they will not survive.